Hello, everybody. Long time no see. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. I just wanted to share with you a meeting that I had this weekend. We had breakfast over at our house here in Virginia Beach, and afterwards, we all got to share some of the ideas that we've been working on. I got to share about my book that I've been writing for a really long time and getting to the end of it, I promise. So far, the title, my working title was As in the Days of Noah, but I'm thinking about changing it. I have some ideas. One idea I have is the death of marriage and how we will rise from its ashes. That's one. I'm open to ideas, whatever you guys think. Maybe after the presentation, you might have some ideas. I'm open to suggestions, comments, questions, feedback of any kind. Just leave it down below in the comments section, and I'd love to get back to you. So here's the presentation. I hope you enjoy it. Except that it won the Academy Award and the Golden Globe Award for 2018. It's called The Shape of Water. Won like Best Picture, and so I was watching it, and as it went, I got like it was more cringy. I'm like, why am I watching this? And I just kept watching it, and basically the story is it's about a woman that ends up becoming with a alien creature, and then them actually like living happily ever after. And like because of her mating with this thing, like her DNA changes and she becomes one with it, and this was what was most celebrated in 2018. This idea of this kind of debauchery, and right. So it's like to the next level.
It's beyond
like,
gender.
It's the next level of debauchery, and that's why everybody loves it, and that's why it's the most celebrated movie of our.
We love debauchery. But diversity and debauchery, they go together.
And so I wrote the book to help us to align to being conscientious about relationships. Because that's exactly what happens again and again in the Old Testament that leads to absolute destruction. And so that's what happens in the days of Noah, is when the sons of God go into the daughters of men, choose whoever they want, and it leads to Nephilim, whatever that is, and God saying, I'm tired of man, I have to wipe them off. And it doesn't stop there. That pattern happens in Sodom and Gomorrah. It happens in the Canaanite destruction of Joshua destroying the land of Canaan. It happens in the destruction of the tribe of Benjamin at the end of Judges. It happens over and over and over again. People, when they lose sight of what it means to take marriage seriously, are destroyed. They're absolutely destroyed, and that is what's happening in our world today. The population is shrinking in all the developed countries. If you've ever seen a population pyramid, a healthy one looks like this, with the amount of older people are on the top, and then as people get younger, the amount of population for each age bracket gets more and more. You understand what I'm saying?
I do, sure.
They all look like this. What we don't understand, like the whole thing up until now is been that we're going to have this population explosion, we're all going to die of hunger. But actually the opposite is true. There are new books coming out from demographers that say that that we're going to have a population implosion, a population collapse, and it's because it's not just the developed nations. A lot of people think that it's the developed nations that are losing, but really China is at 1.8 or 1.4 kids per couple, which means they're collapsing, and India is actually at 2.1, which is the actual the rate of being able to replace themselves. And so we, in the next 30, 40, 50 years, we are headed toward absolute disaster because we can't think about how we're supposed to do relationships properly or marriage properly. And the church has to lead the people in order for us to avoid that end, right? Because we are paying money for social securities that we're not going to get back. The boomers are in this heyday of like being able to get their pension.
We will.
That's not, yeah, but that's not going to be a thing. But you know, like we're to be able to help to communicate to people exactly how to do marriage and intimacy properly, or they will see their own demise. And that it's already happening as it is. People are growing old without kids. They're not getting to be able to enjoy what previous generations have had because we haven't been able to explain to people how to build their relationships properly, how to be honest from the beginning. There's a dating culture that says, do whatever you want, just don't say exactly what you're doing. Don't tell the person why you're doing what you're doing. And so this book that I'm writing is to help people to match your actions with your words. And if you're not doing that, you're not being honest. And if you're not being honest, you can't have any intimacy. And so it's for helping people to come back to intimacy, helping people to understand what's the framework for how intimacy can come about in your life. And so the book, I don't know if you caught on to it, is for believers as well as it is for unbelievers. And it's showing unbelievers that if you don't take hold of this wisdom, your life is going to be garbage. It's going to be crap. And you're going to be giving yourself over to the collapse of your civilization, everything that you've loved. So anyways, that's what I've been working on. I'm trying to figure out a way to publish it. I believe that there's a very unique way. I don't really want it to be in the same vein as like a normal book. I want, because I don't. It's not a for-profit venture. It's for a pro-humanity, pro-glory of God venture. And so I'm open to ideas for how that works. But yeah, I'm just very open to
Make it a movie.
Yeah.
Pick man and a woman, and they say, "Are you married? If not, I'm going to find you a date." So he will have all these people together and find them a date.
Yeah, that's
And then they have this instant show on the internet.
Yeah.
But he was like tracking. He
Does
matched
he film
with
the
them.
date? Is that?
Yeah, they filmed the date and hey, what kind of man or woman you like? They put in the date. Then you can tell them, hey, you need to be honest, whatever you want to preach to them, and then you get them married, and you have this internet show over there, so millions of people watch it.
Wow.
So you
that's
have,
so cool.
Yeah.
and then you can, of course, you can sell your books or your T-shirt, whatever you sell when you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy was so famous.
You-
He
Is
was
he
like,
in Taiwan?
in Taiwan.
That's cool.
You
Let's
look
do
at
it.
who are the people who are going to need this the most and going to react the most and respond the most quickly, and you want to engage that. You want to get their attention. They don't want a proposition. People are tired of propositions. Hey, buy my book.
Yeah.
Here's a teaser. Buy my
Right,
book. Everybody's wise to that.
Yeah.
But you want to create you want to meet a need. And what is the felt need, and what are the people who have that need, and how do you get to them? And they're out there. Everybody has a device. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is show up. It's like building your church steeple in the village. When the steeple is there, the people see it and say, oh, okay. But find that village. Find those places where the people gather
Huh.
and just show up.
College.
What's that? Groucho Marx said the first key to success is showing up. It's like a go to them, not a come to me and buy my book and look
Yeah.
at this because this is going to do this. And then the other thing is present what the result will be. In other words, people don't want to read to the end of the book to find out what is the closing clincher.
Get them
Yeah.
married.
Yeah,
You want to go there,
well,
get them
they have a
married.
need.
What's
They
the
want to
restroom?
know. Hey,
Yeah,
this is
I love
this-
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Right.
All right.
So
Get them
you
to have a
become
successful-
engaging, and if you can get something out of that, I like the word Seth Godin uses is, do something remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
If you're driving out, his thing is, people drive down a country road and they see cows. And every cow is either brown or black and white, brown and black and white. And they're just driving, nobody's looking at the cows anymore. The cows are there and everybody just like their books. But if I'm driving with Bob and Bob's driving, and I look out the window and I see a cow that's purple, I say, hey Bob, purple cow, did you see that?
Oh, like a publicity stunt almost,
Yeah,
potentially.
So you create something that's ordinary and regular, but it's remarkable. It's something different. And I don't know how you can do that. But how can you catch the eye?
Yeah, it's like, what does that mean? Oh, another religious book.
Yeah.
I don't need to read that,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Yep.
It's captivating to somebody like me who
Yeah.
goes, yeah, I like that title.
Right.
But you're already married, so.
But,
Well, even
No.
something as,
The book
as simple
isn't
as
it's for
what
everybody.
is marriage question mark. That's gonna grab
Right.
someone's attention, whether it's they're Christian or not, or
What's the purpose of marriage?
what is the
Yeah,
purpose
yeah,
of
what
marriage?
the-
What is the
yeah.
meaning of marriage?
Yeah, is marriage worth it?
And there we go.
Yeah.
Those shocking titles, even though
marriage?
even those titles like in an advertising campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, you might go have
Even
an
more.
international tour just to matchmake people.
There you go.
You know, you go to Japan, you go, hey,
It's
well,
a big Asian, that's
That's-
a big Asian value.
that's fine.
matchmaking.
I know of a
Yeah.
golf course where you can match make people.
There you go.
And they already have dorms.
Yeah.
Can we edit that one out? Is that all right?
All right, Tom, I want to hear the
Thanks, guys.
joke.
Thanks.
I want to hear the joke.
Yeah, and then we'll hear an Ananias.
So, you know, this farmer out